right, folks. Today we're going to talk about 100K clients. Actually, one of our clients, our longtime clients, had in his single shoot 10 years ago. We created videos that have been landing him 100K clients. That's what this little email is here for the past 10 years, booking him solid with those large clients who come in pre-sold through YouTube. This was an email that he wrote to me, and I'm going to go through the email and the process that I would now use, the process we use, and the process I would now use and now do use to help our clients land 100K clients, as well as those in our coaching group and our Best Storyteller Wins. If you have any questions, please comment below. But also, if you want any of the screen grabs or graphics that I'm showing you, just comment below. I will message you, or you can hit me up on LinkedIn. I'm the only Ian Garlic on LinkedIn, and tell me what you'd like, and I will direct you to getting that item. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this. Let's just first of all go through the email, and we will go into here, and we will pull up the full image. Great presentation. He came to a workshop. He's been a client for a long time, and he's really started to land the 100K clients. What we're saying is 10 years ago, we made these videos. How did that work? How does that happen? Well, you don't have, all these people are saying you need to make tons of YouTube videos. You've got to wait 10 years to make it. But he started making money right away. We adjusted stuff. So now this was 10 years ago. So we've improved our processes, improved our systems. YouTube has changed. It's become more competitive. He got in early so we could rank faster. We could get him more traffic because it wasn't as competitive. It's more competitive now. But our systems have improved to put us way ahead. And these are systems I work with daily on clients. It is a combination of systems that we're going to go into. But, we are putting together a new video package for him. And he's been working on this for years, right? And the stuff works. They don't call me up because it doesn't work and they can hire a local videographer. It is more about the systems and the planning that we're going to talk about today to get you there. And this works. This was an attorney, but this works for digital agencies. This works for consultants. This works for coaches. I've seen it work across many different industries. And it's a stack, right? It is a stack. You don't have to make tons of videos. You just have to do them the right way and integrate them the correct way. You have to have the right sales process. I know if you're a professional, you don't think you need to have sales process. You do. To deliver the videos at the right time, the right videos, you need to collect the stories. And you also, we plan this out, right? So you plan out the shoot day so that you can get in there and shoot all of your content, the proper content at once. So then we can get a year to 10 years worth of content. Now, we've been creating some videos along the way, some case stories and stuff, but the main core of Converting 4 were made back then. And so what does that mean? So how do we go about doing this? Well, it's a process I'm going to go through in a second, but first I want to talk about a little bit about the philosophy. I've touched it on in other videos, what I would do. This is your big advantage, right? As a small business owner. Most big companies, they separate stories, sales systems, and marketing. So they're not communicating, they're not integrated. But marketing needs to be integrated with sales. Sales needs to be integrated with story collection. And they all need to be driving each other, right? And so we can get this rolling really quickly in about a 5-step process that we'll go through now. But I want you to realize that all these things should be talked about together. Your stories should inform sales. I talk about this all the time, in the tackle box sessions in our workshop. I do a workshop, and if you want access to it, just comment below, and I'll send you over an application for the wait list. But when you collect the stories should drive your sales. That's how I got really good at sales. And I'm not even that good at sales. I'm just good at storytelling because of that tackle box system that I use. And then as you get big sales, that should drive stories, but also should drive marketing. And your marketing should drive into your sales, meaning marketing should supply sales with the tools. So when they get on a call, those prospects are pre-sold. And it is also pre-selling at each point in the no-selling sales system so that when they get on a call, you're not spending 3 hours with them. They got to watch this at their leisure. They're not getting bombarded with new information. It is a clarity call for the next steps in the process. When this all works together, it can work for a long time if it's built the proper way. And we can get a no-selling sales system with YouTube built in about 12 weeks. When it's done with you, when we do it for you, it can be a shorter amount of time. But it all depends on how much time you dedicate, how far you are along in the process. But when it's all put together, this becomes your big advantage. So YouTube is at the core of what we're doing because YouTube is the second most used search engine. Plus, as our sales feeds YouTube will feed back those people to us as well as other potential prospects. But you have to have the right content. You have to create the perfect content. You have to create core converting content. You can't just make a bunch of videos that are really general for the entire audience that you want to get 20,000 views for. That's just not going to work. And that's why we have this system in place. So here's exactly what I would do to do 100K in a day strategic shoot process. I mean, you think about that return on investment. 10 years, even landed average of three $50,000 clients, $150,000 a year just because of YouTube, just because of this process. Over the course of 10 years, that's $1.5 million. And a 10-to-1 return would have been $150,000. Now, I can tell you my client's getting a lot more business than that. And over the years, might have spent around that much. But it's a lot more than that, right? So how do you do this? Well, let's start. We go from case stories to building a no-selling sales machine to a storyboard blueprint to a strategic shoot day. So what does that mean? So we want to get your core differentiators. We want to get the voices of your customers because this is going to make us better videos right away. And what does that mean? We are diving deep into their stories here. We are doing the tackle box sessions. We want to collect all of your stories and take a good look at them. What are your differentiators? What are your positioning patterns? What are those angles that are going to differentiate you? So when we collect the stories, we know what to ask and we know what we're looking for. We know we can find keywords. And then once we collect those stories and get a few videos, we want to do the fish in the barrel strategy. There's big clients that you're not landing right now because you are not optimizing what we call a fish in the barrel. This is where 10 places that case stories go. Testimonials won't work there. 10 to 12 places, depends on your marketing. And one of the key places is to create a converting YouTube channel. I look at so many YouTube channels and they are not converting. They are not made to convert. This is a huge differentiator because if you have random content, if you have too much content, if you have random podcasts on there, you're not going to have a converting YouTube channel. But when our clients do have this, we see this, if clients they have a converting YouTube channel that people will then devour, right? Devour that, and they know it's content for them. You can get 30 minutes to 3 hours of watch time. When someone spends 3 hours with you and your team, guess what? They are going to be converted. But we want to create that channel, get those case stories on there. Then we want to build a no-selling sales machine. What does this mean? No-selling sales machine means we are using marketing and we are planning out the steps, the logical steps. So each step they're taking is a logical progression of building trust and small offers that builds them into larger and larger offers, becoming more and more client, you delivering smaller results more often until you have gained the trust to do big results. We can accelerate that process through YouTube, through video, through case stories. So now we've built out that no-selling sales system, and what happens here is it becomes this loop. You have case stories that you can deliver in your system. It improves the system. Now your no-selling sales system drives back to YouTube and improves the performance of your case stories. Now you want to have a variety of case stories, and that's what we plan out in the tackle box session. Then once we understand your ideal client, who's that 100K client? What are their keywords? We go through what we call storyboard blueprint. We go through we map out their story, right? We map out their story and find their scenes. And for each of the scenes, we create content. We plan out the content. We start at your core converting for. So those will be your about us, your process video. Now, remember, both of these need to be offer-driven videos. Your video FAQs, and of course, your case stories. The case stories we plan around the case stories we've collected. So now you can have your customers and your clients all throughout your videos, right? And now that we've made that planning, we've done all of this, we can set up a strategic shoot day. Because now we know the storyboards for about us, your process, your FAQs, your case stories that you want to talk about. What are the big questions? What are the big keywords that we need to answer? And we craft questions for you around that. And you craft those questions so you don't have to have a script. And why I don't like scripts is this. A, you're going to look like you're reading from a script because we're not an actor. But B, when we do a Q&A style, and you're natural because you are an expert at talking to your clients, all these things that happen in a sales process that you naturally do come out on video. Whereas if we come up with marketing scripts, we can work through it and it just won't happen. But your authenticity will come out because you're really inside the story. And when you have questions, you have someone directing you in a strategic shoot day, this is where we can get all the content in a single day, including your core converting for, plus 6 months to a year of content that might last 10 years. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get 10 years of out of these videos. On average, we see about 4 years. But still, 4 years worth of converting videos, if you have an average client value of $20,000 and you add another client a month, right? That is $240,000 just from those videos, right? And over the course of 4 years, that's over $1 million, or almost $1 million, sorry, $960,000. The point being is we now have these core converting for videos. We now have the YouTube videos. We install them in our no selling sales machine, and you'll be using these videos for years to come, all in a single shoot day. Now, does it take some prep? Of course. Of course it takes time. But you could sit there and rack your brain over what videos you're going to create, what you're going to say. I'm going to do it 1 hour a day for 12 weeks. I've heard this so many times and so few people actually do it. But when we do it this process, this way, we create amazing content that speaks to your customers that you can get shot in a single day where you're focused on that, right? And you get in a groove. And then when you leave, now you have all of your content in the can. Now, if you are interested in this document, let me know. Or if you need help with this, whether you want done with you, done for you, and contact a video case story, put a message down below or connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm the only Ian Garlic on there. But thanks for taking me on your journey. I want you to check this out. And if you plan on doing this yourself, let me know down below. We've got some resources. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. But if you want to get it done faster, reach out to us. We'll talk to you. We'll message you. Make sure you are doing this the right way.